Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I am as nervous as I have ever been before in recording a video on this channel, and I've recorded over 14,000 of them. This is not a black screen for long. Normally, if I want to make a really high-quality YouTube video, I won't have the webcam, I won't have OBS. I will record it, mirror it through QuickTime Player. I'll do what I do with the Necropolis rewards. I'll turn it into 1080p high definition, and I'll just want the game itself to be the focus, even if that means delaying opening up rewards like I did until I got to my nicest computer I could record that video on this week. But normally, I want you to see my reaction in real time. So, unlike any other moment, I have not looked as to if I got silk. But I am about to click the game, and we're about to flip out right there. I have failed so often at this silk hunt in the past year. I took matters into my own hands. I feel really good about my chances. I think I should be in the top 400. I put up almost 40 million points in the 6-star basic arena. That doesn't sound like a lot, and it wouldn't be a lot if I was going for what the old system wanted me to go for, which is the top 100 spots. But when they expanded it from 100 to 400, they made it a lot easier to justify the hunt for people like myself. And gosh, of course, I'm recording this and the game is not loading. I don't know if the connection is bad. I don't want to re-record this because I want it to all be in real time, and I want my first response to really be your first reaction to my response. So I have turned off the Wi-Fi. Maybe it's a Wi-Fi issue. I'm going off of data. Normally that fixes it. And now we're logging in. As we're logging in, I put up almost 40 million points. That's right. The most points I'd ever put up in the 6-star basic arena. And the really cool thing is, I didn't use 5 stars. I just used mainly my rank 3 and above 6 stars. And my 7 stars I didn't even use. I still used those points for the Gallon arena because I wanted to try to get the top 5% of that. And I got to 27 million using only 7 stars after I got to like 9 million points. So I put up nothing. I used my 7 stars to put up almost 20 million points in the last 3 days, which is pretty cool. All right, I'm nervous. I have tried multiple Abyss Nexus crystals. I think I'm up to 7 and was 0 for 7. Come on, Silk. Show me Silk. Top 400. Whoa! I am sorry, headphone users. Is that correct? Oh my gosh. That's incredible. This speaks to Kabam's credit to how much they've motivated people to not do the arenas. If you're a Valiant player now, you guarantee yourself the 6-star having just bought the $100 early access bundle. Plus you get $100 worth of crystals, plus 6 greater champion boosts, plus a very small amount of 7-star shards. That is insane. I prayed, and maybe it's sacrilegious, and maybe I'm going to hell because of it. But I prayed before I recorded this video, Lord, please help me just end this hunt. Now here's the irony, right? Because today is January 14th. Tomorrow's January 15th. If the rewards hit the game right at, noon Central Standard Time, and who knows if there's going to be a delay or what, and they give us all of the rewards for anyone who's done at least one path, completed path of Necropolis, completion path, I was going to go for the Abyss Nexus Crystal for Silk. Now, that will be to awaken her so I can save an Awakening Gem, even though maybe that shouldn't even be the case because I've been saving, and I hate this new visual glitch. You got to back out and back in. I've been saving my plus 200 6-stone crystal for her, along with one of my 13 generic 6-star Awakening Gems. How crazy is that? And look, we need to discuss something real quick because the economy of the game, say it with me, has changed forever in the last couple years. Kabam stopped giving us an annual champion selector. They did move that to the 7-star version, with a selector being in the original 7-star basic pool. We've seen that twice for both Necropolis, Exploration, and if you bought every single tier of offers as a Paragon or Valiant player for Cyber Week. But we haven't seen a 2022 champion selector as far as I know. We haven't seen a 2023. We've seen more Abyss Nexus, but those things have way less value than they used to because there are over 250 champions now in the game. And so there are so many champions in each class that even 10 champions per crystal give you like a 30 to 35% chance about to land on the champion. And we also know that the drop rates for hunting 6 stars for people who aren't Valiant are as bad as they've ever been. If you're looking at Cav crystals and you want that featured 6-star, it's less than a 1% drop rate. For this crystal, it is a 0.91%. And even if you're opening a featured Paragon like this Iron Man Arc Reaction crystal, it is still for the 6-star a 1.24% chance, which means over a 98% chance to not get the champion. And we know from Crystal Opening Whale and so many others that the patent that Kabam literally made legal that stated that spending behavior can affect drop rates, I inaccurately assumed that that would mean that free-to-play players got screwed compared to whales. Now, that can definitely happen. But in this case, it was such a huge deal because what ended up happening, essentially, is you had someone like the Crystal Opening Whale having the data that would say he'd spend thousands of dollars to chase that rare 6-star if he didn't get them. So, if you know you can make thousands of dollars off of somebody who's more likely to spend more to chase the high of getting that champion, why would you give that to them in the first 10 crystals? And I think Kabam could never admit this publicly, but they have a patent that supports their legal right to do that. So, the arena's never been more important to guarantee yourself a champion. And I almost talked myself out of doing it. I still got to have a date with Israel. I still got to see friends and visit my new house to continue to prepare for that and try to avoid this crazy cold. And what do you know? I could have a life. And by the way, if you're wondering, let's go to the official score page. I put up in the Gallon 27.3 million, and then this. I'm on the page, right? Am I on this? Let's just scroll down to place 70. And you better believe, because you can call me frozen yogurt, I'm such a softie. You better believe I'm taking a screenshot. I do this every month, sometimes every other week, where I talk about the leaderboards of arenas. It was a big deal before the top 400 places hit, and then obviously it wasn't as big of a deal. But if this was the old system and the top 100 people got her, I would still be one of those people. But I also think the score would have been much higher because the OGs in the arena that kept so many of those spots for themselves and their alliances would be back. These names here were not the names for so many years that were in the top. I mean, Asgard was, but these are a different collection of people because most of those people in the arena have the champions, probably max sig already, but they wanted the special title and everything that went with that. Now it's just not worth the grind. So then you get people like me who step in and put up a way lower score than it used to be and get the top 100 play. So Katie Candy, I know you're a little worried. Kick Rock, some of the others. I did it. It's time to celebrate Silk tonight on a live stream. Let's have some fun. I can't wait. Until then, I'm going to stay warm and celebrate this. Thank you all so much. I know it's a longer than normal video, but I wanted to take my time, explain away everything that went into this, and ultimately just be proud of myself because as we end it by claiming her, and I placed with 27 million for Gallon, 676, which is still pretty high, to guarantee myself the 3,000 6-star shards. But man, oh man, claimed it. And now champion, new. The question's going to be, who are you going to hunt next? I have no idea. That will be a topic of conversation on this broadcast tonight. But let's make sure this video doesn't get to 10 minutes long. YouTube, thank you. This year has been amazing on this channel to start out. So many people in the live stream, so much generosity. I feel like my channel is sort of having a rebirth in a way. I felt like it was dead, and I was okay with that. You know, I had put in my 6 years, and I'm getting ready to be married and move on. And if I have to literally tip my cap to the end of this era of my life, so be it. But now I'm ready to go.